Now, why was Haman the expert in Lashon Hara? As we read, he comes to Achashverosh, the Persian emperor, and he wants to seal the fate of the king, of the Jewish people, by receiving the ring, which will be able to seal the letters to send out to the whole empire to annihilate every man, woman, and child who's a Jew. So he says to them, he says to the king, do you know these Jews? Their customs, their laws, their behavior is different than ours. They're different we are. He says, okay, therefore what? But they're still my subjects. Do you realize that if a Jew has a cup of wine and a fly falls into that cup, you know what he does? He takes the fly out and he drinks the wine. But if the king should touch that wine, he will take that wine and spill it out. He wouldn't drink it because it's indicated it's something which is detestable to him. You see what the Jewish people are. And he presents many things in this vein until he enrages Achashverosh. But Achashverosh says, even after everything's been done, but factually, they're my subjects. And if I annihilate them, I'm going to have a vulnerability in my empire because there's going to be an empty location where they dwell and it's not going to be inhabited. He says, it's not a problem. Mefozim for Beit Amim. They're dispersed throughout your kingdom. There's no location where they're not. Therefore, it's not going to remain unsettled. Therefore, you're secure. After he finished, took off his ring, he says, annihilate them. Now, why was Haman able to speak Lashon Hara in such a potent, direct, perfect way? What is the characteristic of Amalek? Deprecator. Deprecator means when you deprecate, you don't have the capacity to appreciate the good in something else. All you see is the negative. Because you can't be a deprecator unless you only see that negativity, that negative point. And all that expands before your eyes is that negative. That's Amalek. So if Amalek internalizes with hate what Klal Yisrael is, only negative, they don't see the contributions and the value, there's no greater expert in this area of speech than Haman. So now, if God cannot tolerate Amalek because they are the quintessential deprecator, so when a person speaks Lashon Hara, what characteristic is he assuming? He's assuming the characteristic of Amalek. So if God says, Amalek, I cannot tolerate them. My throne is not complete until they're eradicated, annihilated, obliterated. My children should reflect that characteristic. Therefore, it activates catastrophic consequences. And therefore, it's shokul. It's the equivalent of Gimel of the three cardinal sins. The first Beis Hamikdash was destroyed because of the three cardinal sins. The second because of sinas chinam, which is the basis for Lashon Hara. But why do you hate your fellow? Well, he doesn't agree with me. He's not my kind of personality. You understand? But he's a Jew. He's your brother. He has so much to offer. There's so much positive in what he is. Why do you only see that negative? That itself is reflecting the characteristic of Amalek.